Hello, everyone. I want to talk today about how heartbreaks, dead ends, life challenges, how they help us develop our connection to ourselves, and how they force us in a loving way to hear our intuition. And this is probably one of those topics which is not easy to apply like consciously and deliberately to the intuition development. But I don't believe you can talk about how we develop our connection to ourselves without talking about such situations and how much of a gift this can be in the long run. And I believe that when you encounter one of these special situations where you feel like you cannot longer go on, maybe something have happened that forces you to look at everything in your life, or maybe something happens which just feels like an end, a dead end, a heartbreak, and the only way forward is to find a new solution, to basically find a new you, to find a new way of living which you haven't done before. And when you're in such situations, usually your intellect or your known ways of solving things, or maybe other people's opinions, they can't help you. And in such moments, forced, you're forced and pushed and nudged and just universe does everything to move you forward, but you're nudged to listen to those ideas you have. You're nudged and invited to try the crazy idea you had a couple of days ago. You feel that maybe, hopefully, I can try that thing which always interested me but I never tried before, in order to find. Sometimes it's just to feel that you have done everything, just to feel that yes, I've done everything to find my way forward, and I just need to try something in order not to feel stuck completely. And when we follow one of those nudges, one of those logical ideas, one of those maybes, one of those invitations from the universe, that's where and when and how we encounter something which just creates a whole new life for us. And usually when you do take the plunge, you get the courage to try that little thing you thought about before, or that big thing you were thinking about but never tried before, you encounter a big piece of true you. And when this happens, usually there is like a cascade reaction. There is it's almost like a cycle of flow of a waterfall, just falling and changing everything. And usually it creates a change inside you, the way you think, you let go of beliefs, something clears out in your external life, your relationship, your understanding of who you are. Maybe you discover a whole new level of joy of being in the world. And it's amazing how these situations in life, how they feel so horrible at the moment, but once you follow your inner nudges and really look inside yourself for solutions, once you try that something new, once you find your way forward, how amazing it becomes and how much it helps you trust yourself and hear yourself and experience new levels of joy, because you find new pieces of true you and you get to live them now. And I know when you're in the middle of it, it's not something pleasurable, but it is so wonderful that life sometimes pushes us and forces us to really truly change. And when we have a challenge, it creates a space for us to shift and to move gears and to transform. And I feel that what we also let go, once we discover the new piece of us and the cascade happens, what we let go is of pieces of us which are no longer needed, like which are no longer helping us, the pieces we are ready to let go on a soul level, on a psychological level, on a physical level. And while I was preparing this video, I got an image of a skincare treatment, a peeling, when you peel off the layer of your skin, which is which you don't want to have anymore. You want to connect to the more gentle, more alive, more full of vibrancy part of you. That's what happens when you find your exit out of your challenge. And as usually, I would like to share a piece of my story here in order to inspire you or help you if you're right now in your challenge. Um, I think in my life, I don't know if I said it already. Sorry, this is not my first take of this video. So I don't know. But I believe I haven't said it in this take yet. That in my own life, for now, up to this moment, I had two intense situations like this, which shifted me, forced me to change. But also they were maybe too slower, more gradual changes out of a big life challenge. And I probably am in the middle of one right now, which has been happening since maybe the spring. So like I have some experience around that. But the story I want to share today is happened when I was heartbroken. When there was a guy I believe I can call we had a relationship, even though it was confusing what it was. But I, yeah, I was in love with him. And I had many illusions about what a relationship were truly. And at the same time, I had also a level of deep depression inside of me. And that depression was related to not really feeling like there is constantly something which I want to live for. It's almost like I felt like that my curiosity or my interest in life would sometimes appear, but like I felt there was no stable connection to life with me. And it's not like I was living a boring life or I was, God forbid, suicidal. No, but it was like that depression, which was never quite going away. Like I felt I was not happy. And then when the heartbreak happened and the relationship with this man ended, and because it was a person who is important to me on a soul level, like I know it's a soul we've met before and maybe we'll meet in other lifetimes. So it was a profound connection and it was a profound heartbreak. And when all of this happened, and with my depression at the time, I felt like it was a dead end. Like I felt I could not longer live the way I was. I could no longer, like, I felt like I was pushing against something and not finding the way through. And what happened, like, as a little gift, I realized at some point that even though I felt like I didn't know of the solution of the way forward, at the same time, I was the one who was choosing. So I felt like, okay, I don't know the solution yet, but I have this connection to myself, and I feel that I can be the one to change the situation. I can find the exit even though I don't know it yet. And as it was, I was trying several things to help me move forward. And one of the ideas was I was thinking maybe I could get an astrology reading from a lady I met before. And I was like, it was curious, at the time I never had readings and I never had astrological readings. And it was like, it's a cool thing to try, it's like something in life which you maybe want to try in your life. And I did the reading and I requested it, and it was a Hindu astrology, an Indian astrology called Jyotish, and the reader, the astrologer, she, first of all, her reading affirmed who I was on a deeper level. Like the reading was really accurate, and it reflected to me parts of me which I never quite owned before. And when she named them, I felt like, yes, I have a proof that this is me. And what also happened is, because this was Hindu astrology, Indian astrology, I met a piece of my soul which is related to my connection to India. And this piece, I'm saying a piece of my soul because it's not just I don't know, an interest, because it's something bigger than just this lifetime. And it's also, I just love India. And when I connect to India, when I visit India, when I practice certain elements from that culture, I feel so connected to bigger light, to eternal light, to something so profound and important in my soul that I can't quite put my words into it. It's like I have a lot of soul history there, definitely, and it's a happy connection. And when I discovered my connection to India, when I dive deep into exploring Hindu philosophy and also the Vedic knowledge and a lot of knowledge about ideas about psychology from the Vedic point of view. And I met Hare Krishna people, and all of this created a huge cascade of clearing, a massive, massive detox in my life. I thought of becoming a vegetarian, just became one like on a whim, really. And it helped me so much, and it helped me connect to so many parts of me. And what's amazing is that, oh yeah, and my depression was gone. And it was gone because I found one of new ways to connect to light, mystery, my soul. Um, and what else happened? A lot of emotional healing happened because I understood more about relationship between um, female and masculine aspects, and a lot of healing and releasing happened because I realized more of that. Like now I know and understand more things which do not serve me. Like I don't need to force myself into that because this is not for me. And this all came out of me listening to that inner voice which told me that I can be the one to shift me out of this challenge, out of this block. And also that I got the courage to try new things. And I tried that thing. I tried that astrological reading. And it just fascinates me how much profound change it created. And what's interesting, it's not the actual form of changes which happened to me, but that it shifted the layers of me which needed to be shifted. And it released so many unhappy thoughts and ideas, and I'm just so grateful it happened, really. I cannot speak about that part of my life without a lot of gratitude and good sentimentality, when I feel grateful for the path I walked, for that part of my path. And there were other situations and with a similar impact in my life before and after that story. But I wanted to share this one because it was just one of those emotional things, which emotional moments, but also I feel because I discovered a true piece of me, my Indian connection, I just started to trust myself so much more at that point in my life. I started to, it's almost like I stopped thinking, okay, maybe this is part of me which is crazy, but suddenly I was like, no, I was never crazy. This was never crazy. This was actually true me. Yeah. I cannot stop talking about this story of my life because it helped me and shifted me so much. And in order to make this video more practical for you, I have two bits of advice depending on where you are in life right now. If you are in a calm and peaceful part of your journey, which is great, fantastic, thankfully we have them too, then I invite you to look into your life and remember those moments of your life when you felt like you were in a dead end, like you were in a crisis, and remember what helped you to shift out of it, what helped you to discover the way out, what helped you to find a new way of living your life. And make a note that probably the idea on how to move forward came to you, well, intuitively, or the universe invited you in and you accepted the invitation. And make a note if it required courage for you. Make a note if it was somewhat illogical, but also felt hopeful. And when you think about it, just feel and enjoy the gratitude you have towards that part of your life, even if it was super challenging, super tough, and maybe not all of it is integrated already for you. Like maybe you still feel difficult about certain elements of that story, but to see how you were able to find the exit from inside out, or by accepting with a courage, with your own inner courage, the idea or solution universe offered to you. If you are in one of those heartbreaks or dead ends right now, I have 3 steps, invitations for you. One is I invite you to keep the faith that your path, the path for your soul, is there. That there is a unique way you can move forward, the way which is right for your soul, for your personality, for your heart, and that way exists, even though you don't see it yet. Keep that faith. It's very important. It creates an intention to be focused on a solution, on finding the way out, not on what is difficult, on what has or what has ended. Second, have an intention and keep coming back to that intention to live a happy life, to find a way forward which will make you truly, truly happy, and the way which will be exciting and fulfilling for you. Like keep this intention so you would not give up and that you would not agree to something less than being happy. And being happy, I mean in the long run, being happy with your life in the longer perspective. And keep this intention. So again, it guides you to helps you select between safe options and soulful options, between known options but where lesser level of truth and happiness in your connection to yourself, and those solutions, those ideas, those ways forward which are making your heart happier, even though they may be pretty scary. And there was a third step, which I think I'm forgetting. Give me a second. Oh yeah. Try the ideas you're receiving. Try the intuitive hits, the intuitive nudges, the invitations that universe is giving you. Try them. Get the courage and try. Experiment. If you need, try several things. Because this is how, with practice, with trying, with daring to try something new, that's how you find the way forward. Thank you so much for listening to me today. And of course, I wish you a smooth journey in life, but also I wish you to receive great gifts and to grow and feel loved and feel deeper connected to yourself and find new ways to trust your intuition, your inner self, your compass, your true self. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you would like to stay in touch, please subscribe to my newsletter and like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, choose whichever way you feel guided to connect. Thank you for listening. Bye.